And we are back. So welcome back to another episode of Metropolis. I'm back here in the city, and I've worked on a tad bit while in between episodes, so I'm going to show you my work. So first off, I fixed this a bit. Before it had a cobblestone line at the bottom. I didn't really like that, so it looks a tad bit better now. Oh yeah, I didn't include this, but I added these sort of chimneys at the top as well to make it look a bit neater. I added a couple more houses. These are the same exact design. Oh, whoops, I forgot to put a log there. Good God. Really loud motorcycle just went by. I'm sorry about that if it's in the video. I'll try to cut that out. But yeah, they're all the exact same design. I have 4 in total now, which comes out to 8 doors, and then if you add these, it comes out to 11. So I have 11 doors, and I think I remember I need like 27 or something to get to the same amount of villagers as I have now. So I'll keep doing that. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's a good one too. So I'm gonna keep doing that over the next coming episodes. But anyways, I'm also gonna show the terraforming I guess I've done. So actually this used to be a pretty hilly area, but I sort of just leveled it for all the dirt I needed for there. So this will actually be a very useful area when it comes to expanding. And I also got rid of all these trees up here. And yeah, so I'm going to be building up here as well sometime soon. And then, yeah, if you don't know what it looks like, there's also a sort of gap in between here. I'm thinking of having maybe a bridge going across, but we'll see. So today's episode is going to be, actually I think it's going to be a bit more exploring based. I mean, not like hardcore exploring, but just looking around, seeing where I want things to be. And I'll talk about how the city is going to go. So, let's see, I'm going to dump some stuff off for my inventory, and then I'll be right back. And we're back. I just waited until it was nighttime so I could sleep, and we're going to have as much exploring time as possible. So, last episode, or maybe the episode before that, I think I mentioned a bit about hierarchy, and how I wanted the more important or bigger things to be higher up. So I'm going to be focusing a lot on that when I'm thinking of how I'm laying out the city. And luckily I'm not on like a super flat or anything, so I can actually focus on that. So, like this area, I think this is going to be, when we get into the more colonial era, like more what you think of revolutionary times, this is probably where all those important buildings are going to go, like town hall, stuff like that. And yeah, so I'm going to start looking around a bit and see what I can find. So one of the reasons I chose this particular area was because we have a river here. And first of all, this just comes in handy for resource collecting. Like, I have been collecting clay for bricks in bulk, as well as gravel. And yeah, it's also very useful for just splitting things up, and it just ends up looking nice. Yeah, so we'll follow the river. So as you can see, there's some areas that are a bit higher, like over there, and then they sort of slope down. But as we go down the river, actually the banks actually get quite a bit steeper, if I remember correctly. Like up to 10 blocks or even higher. Yeah, look at that. So I'm not sure, I'm guessing these areas where this birch forest is right now are probably going to be, when I get to the point where I'm building skyscrapers and stuff, this is probably where they're going to go, just because it's a high point. And it makes the skyscrapers seem higher without even having to make them that much higher. Though they'll be high, don't worry. So yeah, and I haven't quite followed the river all the way down, but I think it sort of loops around a bit. Okay, I'll just follow it a little bit. This sort of exploring stuff is what the Wander Trek series is supposed to be for. I'll be putting out a episode of that soon as well. That'll probably explain why I was absent and not making videos for the past week or so. Oh yeah, I'm getting a bit of lag as well because I'm loading new chunks. Oh yeah, I'm still in snapshot 21B, even though 27B was just recently released, because none of the recent snapshots are uh, stable enough for my liking, because I feel like, I know in 25 there was a big world-saving glitch, 26 redstone started to get bugged out, and 27 there's still a lot of those bugs that I don't want to deal with. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have eaten that, wasting food. So, yeah, I'll probably be switching. I may actually stay in this snapshot until the official release, unless 28A and B fix some major problems. Okay, so the river sort of ends here, but you can see, let's see, it still registers. Yeah, this area still registers as a river. And if we come down here, yeah, it keeps going. So if I do end up building all the way over here, then I will probably just dig this out. So hopefully by then I'll have like an efficiency 5 shovel or something, which insta-digs. Okay, so yeah, luckily this whole area is a forest, so I'll have all the wood I need, and that will come in handy when building floors and stuff, because I think I'm pretty much going to ditch wood as a building material probably when it comes to the Industrial Revolution era. But I do like having so much wood around. I've definitely put it to use so far in the colonial era. Very tempted to dig out that clay that we just passed, but gotta keep producing video. Yeah, so here we're on the plains. I'm assuming this is the same plains that the city's on right now, but I haven't really explored this area yet. So let's find our way back. Oh yeah, there's a large area without any tall grass, which means that city's right there. Oh yeah. Okay, so before we move on, I'm going to show you what I've been gathering over the past few days. Because I've had the ability to play Minecraft, it's not the ability to record. So I've gotten some stuff done. Okay, so we have 3 stacks of brick now, which actually isn't too difficult with my furnace setup over there and just being by a river. We still have a bunch of logs. We have some more cobblestone, a lot of coal, more logs. Yeah, so I think what I want to start today, I want to start it, I don't want to necessarily want to get it done, is the town hall area. So I don't have I'm not completely sure of what it's going to look like yet, but before I start recording this next part, I'm probably just going to look up some colonial town halls just for inspiration. And so it's going to be on this top area, because it's a more important building. And this is probably going to start our late colonial era, because I'm already started getting a bit bored of that style. And I'm going to do a lot of these buildings off camera, because they're pretty boring and repetitive, and I don't like them anymore. So we're going to start working on this area. So yeah, I'll start getting materials together for that, looking up some inspiration, and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. I'm very sorry for my audio, that last clip. The way I'm working with my headset that I have on right now is that it's when I have it below my mouth, it sort of picks up a bunch of, like every time I breathe too loudly or laugh or something or pronounce T's, it like has a really sharp audio spike, and I really don't like that. So the way I fixed it is by having my headset mic above my mouth, and it's currently hovering around mid-nose level. So it's a bit weird looking, but luckily nobody's watching me. But also, it does mean that if I do like shift my head or something, or my mic just slips a bit, then it comes out to really loud audio that sounds not very good. So that's what happened. Hopefully I fixed it, but we'll see when I look at this clip. So I have materials in my inventory. So I have 3 stacks of bricks, I got some stone slabs, and I got some dirt for terraforming. So I was just looking at some images, and basically what I've seen is, yeah, there's a lot of bricks being used, And second of all, they use this pattern. It's sort of like a shallow triangle. I guess it'd be an obtuse triangle at the top. You find it very often in Greek and just general classical architecture. And because of the beliefs of that era, classical architecture and classical ideas were very prominent, and that's why they used that stuff a lot. So I'm going to start laying out the frameworks. By the way, this is not even remotely enough stuff. I'm going to have to grind a lot between this episode and the next, but I'll at least get started. So we'll do a golden rectangle. So how about 13, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13 by 21. So if I just take that down to 31 in my inventory, good. Okay, and then 218. Okay, get out of the motor cow. Boom. Wait a second, that can't be right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is not the most riveting content. I apologize, but 3, 5, 7, 9, 9, 11. Uh-oh. I messed up. I was so certain in my strategy that I was arrogant. I was too confident. I let myself slip. But anyways, it's a 11... No, it's not. It's a 13 by 21 rectangle. I'm probably going to round the short sides a bit just to make it look nice. Okay. Hopefully this will be correct. It's also sort of hard with this lag. Let's see. I'm getting 10 FPS. I'm just going to turn down my render distance. I have a nice laptop, but it's still a laptop. Okay, let's see if that works. 7, 9, 11. Yep. Okay, so we have a 21 by 11 by 13. I'm not sure why I keep getting that mixed up. So, yeah, that took exactly a stack. That is fantastic. Wait, seriously, does that? 21 plus 13 is 34. Oh, yeah, but minus 4. Okay, sorry, I'm just doing math in my head. So, okay, let's restart that. So, when I was looking at it, they used a lot of marble or limestone, I'm not quite sure, which is sort of a white block, and obviously quartz would be the real good building block for that, but I haven't even gotten diamonds yet. So I'm going to have to stick with stone slabs, which are also relatively light colored and a whole lot easier to get. So a lot of them had these sort of pillars, which sort of went up like this. Let's see what I can do here. Sort of marking out where things are going to go. So I'm leaving a 3 block gap in between all these. Does it fit? It does. That's wonderful. And then in the middle, which would be right there, that's where your entrance would be. So it would probably do something similar all the way around. Just check that out. Boom, boom, boom. Wonderful. So I'm probably going to do something like that. Maybe I'll have cobblestone walls in the corners here. And for the interior, yeah. I was actually building something a little while ago that had a similar structure to this. And I think it was sort of based off the same style. But I'm not sure if and it sort of had a library feel on the inside. But this is a town hall, not a library, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this. I guess I'll have to look up interiors as well. Okay, can you see this from down here? Probably not, since it's only 1 block. Yeah, not quite. But if I tower up 1, or go up 1 block, then hopefully we'll be able to get a better look. So I'm actually quite glad I chose this particular rectangle, because each layer takes up exactly a stack of blocks. So it's very easy to calculate how much I'm going to need. Oh, oops. So Actually, this is probably going to be the end of the episode. It's a short one, but I just got back from a bit of a break, so I'm not quite in my groove yet. I was thinking of recording a Wander Trek before this just to get back in my groove, but I decided I should record this since I haven't in a while. Okay. So yeah, each layer takes up exactly a stack. Use that as leverage. And let's take a look at that. It's also one of the reasons that I'm placing it the particular way that I am, is that I'm probably going to have some sort of window on the opposite side of where I'm standing right now, and it's going to have a really good view of the sunset. So I like aligning buildings so that they have good views of certain things, and so usually it's east-west. Where is it? Oh, west, okay. Yeah, so facing west or facing east is always gets you a good view. Sometimes it's going to be of landmark features, but yeah. So that's the beginning of this. I'm probably going to work a bit on this, and I'm going to grind for resources. But yeah, that's really all for this episode. Not one of my more exciting ones or more well planned, but it's a start. And yep, it's over now. So if you liked, you can leave a like. If you really liked and would like to see more, you can subscribe. And until next time, goodbye.